Okay, now we're going to begin with our last conic section, parabolas. A parabola is created by slicing a double nap cone by a plane going through the base of a single cone. A parabola is a set of points equidistant from a line called the directrix and a point called a focus. Instead of foci, it's a single, so it's a focus. The focus is always inside the parabola and is p units away from the vertex, and the directrix is always outside the parabola and is p units away from the vertex. The thing to keep in mind is in standard form, hk is your vertex. Okay, so now to the equations of both the vertical axis and horizontal parabolas. Looking at the vertical axis, we're going to go down that list first. So it's an x squared, and in simplest terms, x squared equals 4py. And then with the transformation form, it's x minus h squared, so that's where the x-coordinate of the vertex come from, is equal to 4 times p. P is that value where the focus and the directrix is, and then y minus the k. When I have an x squared, it opens up or down, which we already know. Vertex is hk. AOS, remember, stands for axis of symmetry, and it's x equals whatever the h-coordinate of the vertex is. The focus is always going to use h and then the p distance away from the vertex. And the directrix is on the other side of the vertex. We just say negative p, y equals negative p, so it's a horizontal line. That's what I have drawn here. Here I have the oops, that's not where I have the directrix. Down here's where I have the directrix. Up here is the focus. And what we are saying is the distance between the focus and the vertex and the directrix and the vertex, that is a p distance. And then when we graph it, the distance between these two are 2p each. So this whole thing is 4p away, distance from each other. This is 4p. And then when we have a horizontal axis, it's a y squared equals 4px, and y is what's squared, so these things open left or right. Vertex is still hk, so you have to be careful because it's in a different order. The axis of symmetry is y equals because these are opening sideways. Notice that the focus is p, then the k, and the directrix is x equals negative p. So that distance that I pointed out earlier, the 2p distance between where the focus is and on the points of the parabola, that is called the latus rectum. That's the proper name, or we call it the focus width, and it's always going to be 4p across. So here we have an equation. We're going to start graphing. It's in general form, except right here, I do not have it in the form of 4 times p. So that's the first thing I always do, is I say 4p is going to equal to that negative 8. I divide it by 4, so p is going to be negative 2. So I know that that's going to be 4 times negative 2 there, is what goes in place. Okay, so my vertex is, the h is positive 1, the k is negative 3. This is an x squared, and my p-value is negative, so this is going to open down like a reflection. The axis of symmetry is going to be x equals the x-coordinate. Now, the focus I can go do ahead of time, or I can go and graph it now, because that's kind of how we've been doing it in class. So let's go graph our vertex at 1, negative 3. And then I know that my p-value is 2 away, and this opens down. So down 2 would be my focus. And then up 2 would be that directrix, which is the line. Just something that we want to put on there. And then with that, I can then, from the focus, count out 2p, so that would be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side. And there's the graph of my parabola with the focus on the inside and the directrix on the outside. Now I can go back and answer the focus. Notice that I'm over 1, and the vertex was at -3, I go 2 more down, so that's at -5. My directrix is y equals, and it's up there at -1. Then I am going to multiply my p-value by 4. So 4 times -2 is, of course, -8, but we want the absolute value, so the length of that is 8. Now the domain is left to right, so as I go left to right, the left is an arrow, so -infinity. The right is an arrow, so +infinity. Range is bottom to top. The bottom is the arrow, so -infinity, up to the y-coordinate of -3 where the vertex is. Okay, here's another one that's y squared. I'm going to first go find my p-value, so 4p equals 16, so p is equal to 4. So I'm going to rewrite that as 4 times 4. It is positive, so that thing is going to open to the right. My vertex, now this is where you have to pay attention. That is the k value, which is -2, and that is the h value, which is +3. So you need to be careful when it's a y squared equation that you put it in the right order. My axis of symmetry, since these are opening left and right, it's y equals the y coordinate. Now let's go put this on. So +3, -2. There's my vertex. My focus is going to be 4, since I'm opening to the right. And then my directrix is going to be 4 to the left, because it's in the opposite direction. And then from my focus, I'm going to count on 2p up and down, so 8. So 8 down here, 8 up there, and there is my parabola. Focus on the inside, directrix on the outside. So now I can go answer it. My focus is going to be over at 7, -2. My directrix is a up and down equation, so it's x equals -1. My lattice rectum, the length of that is 4p, so 4 times 4 is 16. And then my domain is left to right, so the left is the vertex, which is at 3, and the right is the arrows, which is infinity. And then at the bottom is an arrow, so -infinity, and the top is an arrow, so +infinity. Okay, this equation is not in standard form, it's in general form. Notice it's one squared term, so it's a parabola. I have a y squared, so I'm going to move everything but the y's to the other side. So y squared minus 4y plus blank equals +12x minus 64 plus blank. We're going to complete that square. Half of -4 is -2. -2 squared is 4. I'm adding 4 to both sides. Now I factor it, so y minus 2 squared equals 12x minus 60. I'm going to continue on the other side to factor out that 12 because I need to get it in 4p. So that's x minus 5. So y minus 2 squared equals 4 times 3 is 12. And x minus 5. So there I am in standard form. This gives me a vertex at +5, +2. It's a y squared. My p-value is positive, so it opens to the right. It is a y squared, so the axis of symmetry is y equals whatever the y is. I'm going to go and put on my vertex. Then I'm going to go put on my focus. This opens to the right. My p-value is 3, so I count over 3. And then I count over 3 the other direction for my directrix. Then I go back to my focus and I do 2p up, 2p down, so 6 up. and 6 down. Oops, this should have been red because I'm doing the parabola in red. And there is my parabola graphed. Now I can go and get that focus. That focus is over at 8, 2. The directrix is x equals positive 2. My lattice rectum, or the focus width, is 4 times p, so that's 12. My domain is left to right, so left is the vertex at 5, and it goes to infinity. The range is bottom to top, which is arrow to arrow, so negative infinity to infinity. Okay, here's one not in standard form. I see a single squared unit, so it's a parabola, and it's x squared, so I'm going to leave all the x's on the left. So x squared plus 8x plus blank equals positive 16y plus 48 plus blank. Half of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. I'm going to add 16 to both sides. I'm going to factor, so it's x plus 4 squared equals 16y plus 64. I'm going to factor out that 16 and get y plus 4. So x plus 4 squared equals 4 times 4 is 16, and then y plus 4. And there I am in standard form of a conic. So my vertex is at negative 4, negative 4. This is an x squared. The p is positive, so it's going to open up. The axis of symmetry, since it's x squared, is x equals the x coordinate, which is negative 4. So now let's go put on negative 4, negative 4. Our focus, since our p is 4, it's 4 up. And our directrix is 4 the other way. And then from the focus, I'm going to go 2p. P is 4, so I'm going to go 8. So this is off the board here. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's the width of my parabola. So now I can go back and I can get my focus is at negative 4, 0. And I can get my directrix at y equals negative 8. 4 times p will give me the LR, and so 4 times 4 is 16. My domain is left to right, which is arrow to arrow, so negative infinity to infinity. My range is bottom to top, so it's down there at negative 4 going up to positive infinity. Okay, write the equation of parabola with a vertex of negative 3, 4 and a focus of negative 3, 2. So I'm going to go over there and do negative 3, 4. I'm just sketching. This is my vertex at negative 3, 4. And then I have a focus that's at negative 3, 2. So my focus is at negative 3, 2. So I'm going to immediately see that the distance between here is 2. So that makes my P equal 2. Remember, your focus is always inside the parabola. So I know it opens like this. So my p-value is negative 2. So that's all the information I need. All I need is my vertex and my p-value, and I can write the equation. So I am going to write x minus the x coordinate squared equals 4 times the p times y minus the y coordinate. And there I am in standard form of a parabola. Okay, here's another, write the equation. I've got a vertex at negative 1, 3, so that's about here. This is the vertex at negative 1, 3. Then my focus is at negative 2, 3. So this is my focus at negative 2, 3. I know that that distance right here is 1, so my P is a 1. I also know that this is opening sideways because the focus is always inside the parabola. So this is opening left, so that makes my p negative, and this makes this a y squared equation. So y minus the y coordinate of the vertex squared equals 4 times the p times x minus the x coordinate. And there's my equation. Okay, write an equation of a parabola with a directrix and a focus. Okay, so I know that my vertex is going to be in between those two. So I've got a y equals, and this is at 2. And then I know that at 7, 8 is my focus. So this distance from 8 to 2 is 6. So that makes my vertex in between. So that does make my P3 because half of that distance is 3. So I think about 7 or 8 minus 3 is 5. And that 7 stays the same. So this is my vertex at 7, 5. So there I have my p-value of my vertex. I know that this is, my focus is always on the middle. So I know that this is an x squared opening up, so the p is positive. So I have x minus 7 squared equals 4 times that p of 3 times y minus 5. And there we have it. There's our last conic.